Okay, number 16 is a word problem. The word problem says Anthony has 10 feet of framing and he wants to use it to make the largest rectangular picture frame possible. Find the maximum area that can be enclosed by his picture frame. So what we're looking for is the area of a picture frame that's inside here, all right? So we're going to start with what we know. We know that a picture frame is a rectangle, and we know that we have a perimeter that's equal to 2L plus 2W, and he has a grand total of 10 feet possible. So 2L plus 2W is 10 feet. I can simplify this by dividing everything by 2. So I get L plus W is now equal to 5. So now I can solve for either L or W if I wanted to. So I could say the length is now 5 minus the width. Okay, we're going to use this information. Because what we're trying to do, everybody, is we're trying to find the area. And the area of the picture frame is going to be the length times the width. So in this expression here, I have the length in terms of the width. So I'm going to replace it for my L here. So my area is now going to be the length, but we're going to call that 5 minus W, and then times the width. And then I'm going to multiply these together, and I'm going to get W squared, negative W squared plus 5W. I just distributed and then wrote it backwards. So now look what you have here, you guys. You have a quadratic. This is a quadratic. And we know that this quadratic opens down and it looks something like this. And what it is W for area. So it's giving us W in terms of area here. This is an area function. So what we want is we want the vertex. So how do you find the vertex of any quadratic? Well, you simply take negative B divided by 2A. So in this case, negative B is going to be negative 5. And I'm going to divide that by 2 times negative 1, because A is worth negative 1. So I'm getting 5 over 2, or I'm getting 2.5 feet. But again, that's this part. This is the 2.5. So if W is 2.5, I need to evaluate it to get my area back. So I'm going to figure out the area at 2.5. So it's going to be negative 2.5 quantity squared plus 5 times 2.5. And I can plug that into my calculator. That's no problem. So if I take the parentheses, or go negative and then parentheses, and then go 2.5 quantity squared, and then add that to 5 times the quantity of 2.5, I am getting a value of 6.25. So that means, the area, the largest area I could find would be 6.25. And that's how you would do that problem. So the area would be 6.25, and that's the maximum area that I could allow for a picture frame, as long as my width is 2.5, and I could find the length if I had to. But the area, that's the question I was asking, is find the maximum area, would be 6.25, and it would be in feet squared. Feet squared. So let's get our units on there. Okay, that's item number 16.